and go.
Hey guys, Master Rose here. I know I've been bad at keeping my promises of recording more videos this year, but I did try to record this one a while back, but unfortunately OBS kind of screwed up and it didn't properly record it. So this is, I think I'm pretty sure I managed to fix it, but this is a game that's based off of an anime that I've watched, called ReZero: Starting Life in a New World, and I know that the game does give an idea of when in the anime it takes place, but I'm still gonna do a new game just to start over because luckily I didn't get too far in the game. It was just the basics pretty much and setting the story, so I'll probably be redoing exactly what I've already done. But it's not a whole lot, and I don't mind redoing it again. After all, this game, it does involve having to redo stuff, ironically. But without further ado, let's get into this. I know I have to use controller because, well, mouse controls, keyboard controls were kind of weird.
Good! And finally, raise both arms and victory! Victory!
Victory!
You really bring out the life in everyone, Subaru. You may even be more popular than Ram and Rem.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I did kind of put my neck on the line to save the village.
Literally.
And just like a true gentleman, I didn't hang it over their heads either. Surely such a gesture will have Mealy falling head over heels for me once more.
Oh god, I forgot about... Oh boy.
I don't recall ever having such feelings for you in the first place.
Oh, that's kind of rough. Hopefully that's not weird lighting. Move that again. That works.
Besides, I think their impression of you is a bit different.
Yeah.
In their eyes, you're more of a sage than some legendary hero.
I'd take it.
You know, because you're so knowledgeable about so many peculiar things.
Well,
I guess I'm my own believe it or don't, huh? But I'm pretty sure the only thing they've caught on to are my radio calisthenics.
this early morning exercise ended up being way more popular with villagers than I expected. It's become such a big event that half the village participates every time, even today.
What else have I taught them in such a short amount of time? Nothing really comes to mind. Either way, it's been about a month since I came to this world.
I did this last time, but just so I can refresh myself, and so you guys can kind of get the background of the story. I'm gonna do this. Oh, and if you happen to see me keep glancing over in that direction, I got a second monitor, and I glance over to make sure that it still looks correct, just because on the other monitor I've got OBS opened up.
Is all of this my blood?
No, it's ketchup.
My life's flowing out of me.
No,
I'm going
it's
to die
raspberry
soon.
jam.
I don't want to die. No way. Because hang on. No matter what happens, I'm gonna save you.
This was the moment I, Subaru Natsuki, died for the first time in my life, marking the beginning of my strange fate. And it all started several hours ago.
Wait a minute. Have I been summoned to another world?
No, you're dreaming or you're on drugs. No. Before me was an unfamiliar city with an equally unfamiliar world. From the looks of things, it seemed like some kind of fantasy world. A realm where demi-humans walked alongside humans, with giant lizards pulling carriages down the main roads.
Unless this is some sort of elaborate prank, I seem to have been reincarnated in another world.
Summoned. Or teleported. Not reincarnated. That would have mean you died. It all happened so suddenly when I was walking back home from the convenience store. Surprise trip to another world. But that wasn't the biggest problem here. Where was everything that normally came alongside this fantasy stuff? No pretty heroines or weapons anywhere. No special abilities either. Not as far as I could tell. Not yet. Random pair of pants. Sorry.
You're gonna need a better welfare program if you want to satisfy lazy-ass kids like me.
Agreed. Because that's also me.
Oh, my bad.
Watch it, man. That hurt.
The hell are you? I haven't seen you around here!
You look like you could use some sleep.
Cough up everything you've got! Unless you want to get hurt.
Where's the rest of your leash? These three guys got on my case, spouting the typical lines you'd hear from thugs like them. I just started to call them Ton, Chin, and Kane. They surrounded me, punching and kicking me all over. I was beaten to a pulp without a chance to fight back. Is that really it? I hadn't even done anything yet. Is I really gonna die all alone in a place like that? Yes.
That's enough!
Just then, a voice rang out like silver bells. There's an unbelievably beautiful girl.
I can't overlook what's going on here.
The girl summoned magical swords of ice from thin air, knocking down all three of the thugs one by one. Then...
Mess with us, will ya? I don't care if you're an aristocrat or magic user. Let's surround her and kill her!
Oh well.
Go ahead and try if you dare. Do anything to her, and I'll haunt you and your kin forever. Not that you'll have any kin if I take care of things now.
Oh, you go, Puck. Puck is one of my favorite characters. I love Puck.
You use these spiritual arts? Damn it! We won't forget this!
Okay. This cute silver-eyed girl had saved me from danger. Our encounter had determined how I'd be living in this world. I truly believe that. Her name, which I didn't know at the time, is Amelia. Put simply, she's nothing less than an angel. Oh, and that flying cat thing is a spirit of hers named Puck. He has all sorts of ability. Not to mention his healthy fur is oh so amazing to pet. Hey, maybe it did pay off the giant gap I had between the last time I tried recording this and this time, because I don't remember some of this stuff.
You really saved me there. Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. I only stuck around because there are some things I want to ask you.
She proceeded to explain that she'd been looking for something. Even though she was super busy and in a big hurry to find it, she still stopped to help me out. Despite that, all she did afterward was to tell me to be more careful next time. She even tried to leave without me repaying her. Classic Subaru. How could I not help a girl like her? And it had nothing to do with the fact that she's totally my type. Sure about that? Sure about that, Natsuki? Subaru?
Hey, mind letting me help? I want to repay you somehow.
There's no need for that. You already answered my question saying you don't know anything about it. That's adequate compensation for healing you.
What?
You're a real stubborn one, ain't ya? Then I'll help you for my own sake. I'll be doing one good deed a day. How's that?
right. But I won't be able to offer you any reward.
I don't seek out good deeds for compensation, so just leave it to me. Oh, by the way, I haven't heard your name yet.
It's Satella.
I see. Satella it is. Nice to meet you.
Huh?
Did I say something weird?
No, it's nothing. It's nice to meet you too.
How tasteless.
Shut up, Puck. I'm sorry. The name Amelia first identified herself with me was a pseudonym. The Witch of Envy went by that name, which is why Puck pointed out that her statement was in poor taste. Yeah. Although, Amelia said it for my own consideration to deter any further involvement. Of course, that was something I'd only find out about later.
So this thing you're looking for, an insignia, was it?
Yes, it's a very important item. But someone stole it from me. If it were anything else, I'd give up on it. But I can't let this go so easily.
And so we walked around the royal capital in an attempt to figure out where her insignia had taken off to. Though, it ended up not being very useful. I couldn't read anything in this world, after all. Nor did I understand the way this world works. Pretty sure I was just getting in the way. Yes, you were!
So, the slums are where stolen items get pawned off. But do we really need to go inside that loot house or whatever?
As I said, that insignia is very important, so...
We need to get it back no matter what, right? Alright then, let me scout the place out. I'll redeem all my blunders with this.
Okay, but please be careful.
I will. I might not get back till later, so feel free to have dinner without me.
Oh, don't be so silly.
I have to say, this was the silliest and happiest moment for me. I mean, I've finally gotten her to laugh. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. But
Excuse me. Oh, it's so dark in here. Huh? Is this blood?
no, it's strawberry jam. See?
Oh, it appears you found me out. I suppose I have no choice then. How unfortunate.
It burns.
Wasn't entirely sure what had just happened. All I felt was this burning sensation coursing through my stomach, and my mind went blank shortly after. I was so preoccupied that I was unaware of my current surroundings. I'm not sure if I'll ever forgive myself for that. All because I let that pain distract me.
Well,
As I lay there, fading in and out of consciousness, it hit me that Amelia had been struck down by the bladed assailant as well.
Hang on. No matter what happens.
I'm gonna save you! It's here I experienced my first death since arriving in this world.
Hey, what's the matter with you, kid? You look like you've seen a ghost or something.
Woo! When I came to a stern-looking guy who was standing before me, all I could do was stand still, confused. Go on to find out that this was a, quote, save point. Save point. I'm beginning to dislike that phrase. Whenever I die, I'm brought back to a specific place and time in the recent past. I've been sent to this world without any sort of cheat powers, but I was given that single ability. I call it Return by Death. but I don't become fully aware of it until sometime later. Yeah. Anyway, my troubles were far from over here. I ran off, still confused by what was happening. All I could do was make my way to the loot house. This time I found Felt, the thief who snatched Amelia's insignia, and Old Man Rom inside. We should have technically been enemies, but I couldn't find an enemy to hate them for whatever reason. In fact, after we chatted each other up for a bit, I became quite fond of them. Despite his fierce appearance, Old Man Rom loves Felt, who he affectionately cares for as a granddaughter, and Felt returned the appreciation in kind. Knowing this, I wanted to save them from the ensuing tragedy as well.
There were kind souls, even all the way out here, who'd help others despite being wrapped up in their own problems.
Even if they were chasing down a thief who stole something they cherished. Showing their concern by saving some worthless stranger and clumsily assuring them not to feel indebted took 3 whole deaths for Amelia's kindness to touch the core of my very being. I had to get Amelia's insignia back, no matter what. So he died 3 times. He'd returned by death 3 times by now. After overcoming the intense battle in the loot house, I finally came face to face with Amelia again. With Felt, Old Man Rom, and Reinhard watching, I looked into Amelia's eyes.
My name is Subaru Natsuki. I've got a lot to talk to you about, but I'll set that aside for now if you grant me this one request. I want you to tell me your name.
Huh? My name is Amelia. Just Amelia. Thank you for saving me, Subaru.
Taking Amelia's outstretched hand in mine, that smile of hers along with her name were the only rewards for all my efforts. But they were more than enough for me. Did I say that out loud? Thus marked the end of my first battle, having overcome the numerous hardships along the way. I do recommend you guys go and watch the actual anime ReZero. I'm not sponsored, just wanted to say it because it does. There is more detail in that, and it does make a bit more sense. But this did summarize a bunch of stuff that actually took place in over a couple, 1 or 2 or maybe 3 episodes. I think I could be wrong. It's been a while since I actually watched those first few episodes, but it does do it much better in actual show. But then again, this is just to summarize so people either know where in the show this takes place. Although my stomach still got sliced open in the end and I quickly lost consciousness. When I woke up, I was at the place where Amelia is staying, inside Roswell's manor. After surviving the battle at the loot house, I had obtained Amelia's true name, her cat fairy's appreciation, and had been offered a nice life at a noble's mansion.
You guys have a personal clown to perform before you eat? Doesn't that get a little pricey?
A clown? What an interesting speculation. I am the owner of this manor, Roswell Elmathers.
This statue-looking dude is the Margrave of this territory known as Roswell. He's apparently been helping Amelia out for some reason or another.
Please show mercy, sir. Spare me and Defile's sister instead.
Oh, no, don't say that, Rem.
Please do no such thing, sir. Spare me and violate Rem instead.
Jesus, Rom! I forgot she said that. Jeez, Rom. Brutal much? The twin maids tending him are Rom and Rem. They messaged me using their sisterly love.
It would seem another strange person has appeared. Betty cannot fathom what goes on in Roswell's head, I suppose.
And there's Bieko. Last but not least is Beatrice. She is a cute-looking but blunt drill lily who I forgot it said lily, who resides over the manor's library. She is blunt, without a care. Having overcome my most recent return by death at the royal capital, I was able to start my new life with these rather eccentric residents of Roswell's Manor. But despite all this, I still hadn't faced the trials this world had in store for me yet. During my first day at the manor, I learned about the situation Amelia is currently in during breakfast. Since the kingdom of Lugenica, I think I pronounced that right, and I'll probably say it later on, has lost its king, Amelia is one of the royal candidates to succeed the throne. The insignia she'd been looking for in the capital was proof of her candidacy for the royal selection. As a reward for helping her get it back, Roswell offered me a blank contract. Basically, he was telling me to name my price. And this dumbass.
Go on, tell me what you desire. As it stands, I am in no position to deny you. Now, what do you wish to receive as compensation?
Yes, he does talk like that in the show if you were wondering.
I only want one thing. Let me work in this mansion!
Dumbass. And just like that, I was hired as a servant of sorts in Roswell's Manor. I decided to secure a foundation for my life here rather than ask for any material compensation. Not to mention that this would help me stay near the girl I liked so much. Not bad, eh? Wow! Rom and Rem taught me the ways of servitude in the mansion, and I slowly grew closer to Amelia in the process. I began building upon my own way of living in this world.
Subaru Natsuki will make great strides today! What are you two doing in here? Oh, this is so embarrassing! You should have said something!
Sister, our guest is overly familiar with his greeting.
Rem, our guest is presumptuously friendly with his greeting.
That's what you just said! What was up with them? They were acting pretty cold, but then, in my confusion, it dawned on me. They were calling me a guest, like I was some kind of stranger. The past few days I'd spent here had vanished, along with my my scars from the work I'd done. I'd returned by death. That would screw with you. Turns out that this morning was my new save point, and my time in the manor occurred in 4 more deaths. So we died 4 more times, each time going back to the same morning. I died here more times than when I fought Elsa back at the capital, but it wasn't a matter of my death count up to this point. There are a few things I'd learned after returning by death so many times. First, it seems I have the lingering witch's scent on me.
Answer me. You've aligned yourself with the witch, haven't you?
The witch?
Don't play dumb with me! Such bald-faced lies will only take you so far when the foul stench of the witch is covering you from the inside out!
The other thing is that I can't explain my return by death power to anyone.
Emilia, just listen! I can return—
I can still feel the fear that struck me in that very moment. Time stops around me as I feel a black hand reach out and stroke my heart. My soul crumbles from the fear and pain crushing my heart. It was then I realized I can't tell a single person about my secret. Even if I commit suicide, I'll still return by death. It's not picky about whether I kill myself or someone else does me in. And yet, no matter how many times I die, I'll never get used to this power. What's even harder is knowing that no one around me will remember our time together. I'm forced to reforge my bonds with the people I've previously grown close with. My own head fills with an increasing number of memories only I can remember. That would screw with a person. But there are certain memories that all of us manage to retain.
You have some things that Rom doesn't, so you should just accept that. I mean, you're kind, you're a hard worker, and you're incredibly sincere. Even your chest is bigger.
That was subtle.
I'm so glad you're here, Rem. Thank you. Come on, don't cry. Where I come from, there's a saying that goes, "Speak of next year and the demons laugh." So let it out. Come on, Rem. Smile and laugh as we discuss the future. We can start with tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We can laugh it out while we talk about what's in store for us then. I've always wanted to talk about the future with a demon, you know.
You're as fanatical as a demon yourself.
Right?
After returning my death 4 times, I'd awoken to another new day. A day where I'd managed to save the manor and the neighboring village of Arlam from a group of mobbies. Well, Roz was the one to kill them all off in the end, but that's just a small detail to the larger story. But in the end of the day, as thanks to us fighting our way through the incident, I was able to achieve my reward of going on a date with Amelia.
All right, now let's go on our date.
Date?
We basically go somewhere together and look at the same things, eat the same things, do the same stuff together, and just share our memories with each other.
I guess that is what a date is.
Oh, is that all?
That's all I want.
Alright, then I'll go on this date with you.
Having gone through so much and dying more times than I can count, I managed to rebuild my trusting relationship with the residents of the mansion. I finally obtained the place where I belonged after coming to this world.
Hey, Subaru, are you okay? Does your stomach hurt?
And that's where our story continues.
Oh, sorry about that. My stomach doesn't hurt. I'm totally fine. Now then, back to what we were talking about. I don't want to waste even a millisecond of my precious time with you.
Did you really? Yeah. Moving on.
Let's see. We were talking about the knowledge I've bestowed upon everyone here, right?
You forgot?
Yes, you know about so many obscure things. You taught the children new games to play, and even made them little potato stamps. Oh, and that mayonnaise stuff, too.
That's not in the anime, I don't think. I don't remember. I think that's in... I've not read the light novel or read the manga. If there is a manga, I think there is. But I believe the mayonnaise comes into play in that. I think.
That's it. Mayonnaise.
As a bona fide mayonnaise connoisseur, I succeeded in recreating such a delicacy. With Rem's help. Man, Rem is is one of my favorite characters besides Pop. Amelia ended up taking a pretty big liking to it. It's been a huge hit among the villagers in Arlen Village. Did I just get mayonnaise recipe? Okay.
Though I feel like my efforts in the Mob Beast incident were really diminished, seeing how it's being mentioned in the same line as mayonnaise. I put my life on the line for everyone, man. I mean, I went to help the kids from the village, only to get bitten by some dogs, and I even saved Rem after she tried to save me in the forest, and got bitten by more dogs. Then Roswell had to come in and save the day before the dogs bit off even more of me. To think, all that effort is on par with mayonnaise. Wait, hold up! Did I do anything other than get eaten by those hellhounds?
Aw, come on. Don't fuss over the small details.
But Mealy!
Many of us know how hard you've worked.
Not really.
That includes Roswell, Rom, and Rem especially. And that goes for me too.
Huh?
I know full well the amount of effort you put into everything you've done lately.
Not quite.
So no more being down in the dumps over all this. Alright? Well?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you moping about like a broken toy? You're always like this.
Yep.
Well, it's not like I was doing it on purpose. Anyway, this isn't fair! How do I not fall for you all over again after that?
Pressure me that you get.
Yes, yes. I think it's a pretty bad habit of yours to so quickly change the subject like that.
In the advanced part, you can enjoy the storyline and use auto, skip, and backlog functions. Okay. On the item screen, you can examine all the items you've attained. Menu screen, you can use several game functions such as save, load, and options. The flow chart, you can check the current scenario's progression rate. Album screen, you can check such information such as character details. Need help, controls use button help on the bottom right of the screen to check what functions are usable. Now let's move the story along.
Oh? There's a dragon carriage in front of the mansion.
Oh, it's probably the F1 help. Even though I'm using the controller off the F1, that's a dangerous button on my keyboard. So let's open up Bing. I hate Bing. Dragon carriage? You mean those carriage looking thing? Horse carriage looking things? While they seem to be horse-drawn at first glance, there's a pretty distinct difference between them. Creatures pulling the carriage along isn't a horse, but a giant lizard.
Although, now that I think about it, they were pretty common to see in the royal capital. What did you call it again? A dragon carriage?
That's right. The land dragon is the one pulling the carriage along, so it makes sense to call it as such, no? Wait, did I make a mistake? Does it have a more official name?
No. I'm the clueless one here. You're correct, so don't worry.
Is that so? You aren't trying to confuse me, are you? I don't want to embarrass myself later. If you're lying, you'll really get a walloping from me.
That's a pretty old school phrase.
That's his reply.
Whoa, it's massive.
Not saying what my brain's thinking. I saw them all over the place at the royal capital. But this is the first time I've seen one up close. Familiar called these lizards land dragons. Basically same size as horses from my world.
Welcome back. Apologies for parking in front of the entrance.
That Regulus? I don't know much about Regulus. I could be wrong, but I feel like I've seen that face before. Not in this game, but in the show itself later on. Moving on.
And you are?
I am an envoy sent from the royal capital. An emissary of ours is currently tending to the Margrave.
An emissary? Could it be?
I believe it has something to do with the royal selection, as I'm sure you've surmised.
No ordinary person. I don't trust him. Somebody's telling me don't trust him.
I ask that you reserve any questions you may have for your meeting with the emissary. They are awaiting your arrival inside.
The royal selection. I see. Thank you. Welcome back, Miss Amelia. We've been awaiting your return.
Rem the maid!
Thank you. I'm sorry for my absence. I hear we have a guest? Yes, an emissary from the royal capital is here to speak with you. Lord Roswell is tending to them now. I ask that you please join him. Of course. This is a matter that involves me, so I can't just sit idly by.
An emissary from the capital, huh? This is pretty serious business. I'll be sure not to do anything stupid.
Good luck with that.
Sorry, Subaru, but this is a rather important discussion.
I know. I'm pretty nervous, so that's why I'm preparing myself.
Sister will be accompanying Miss Amelia to the reception room. There is no need for another servant to do so. Please understand, Subaru.
Seriously? I'm being left out?
You're surprised?
I'm sorry, Subaru. Rem, please lead the way. Yes. Please return to your room for the time being, Subaru. I'll come by later and bring you some tea.
You're so adorable, Run.
And there they go. I know I wouldn't be of much use with my practically non-existent knowledge of this world. But would it really be so much trouble to involve me a little more?
Yes! I mean, it's thanks to me the peace and quiet has returned around here. Kind of. Although, I do understand I'm a little out of my league here. I'm sure you guys realize that's why my camera's over here, not over there. Over there, like I usually tend to have it.
But understanding that and giving up are two totally different things. Now, what should I do?
Give up. Oh, now loading. What the hell? Let's try asking Rim again. During movement parts, control Subaru to talk to characters on the map and checkpoints to gather items and information. Collective items and information are important to progress, so try talking to various people and checking different spots. An icon will be displayed over characters you can talk to. Try talking to Rem now. Okay. Okay. Why is it not... Chart. Loop 1 is a story deviating from 0. So, origins of another world, origins of being summoned, origins of life in another world. Hint, remember that one time after clearing the game. So that means after I beat the game once, it goes all the way through, I'll get a new choice. Advance the story. Advance the story. Meeting with a visitor. Should you do tea time? Make a certain suggestion with make a suggestion with Roswell with a certain item after clearing the game. Possess a specific item and go to the west hallway after clearing. So that's what it means, but so it does seem like this game does have a thing where if I were to actually play it from the back to the beginning after if I beat the whole game, that I could get different options. So I may go and do that. That's an annoying bug. I'm gonna...
I will keep a record.
Whose voice was that? I'll save that there over my last save.
I apologize, Subaru. I cannot allow that, even if it's a request coming from you. I must ask that you give up on joining the meeting.
Worth a shot. After talking to Rem, try moving to another location. An icon is displayed over locations you can move to. Whee! I should go to the main entrance for now. I'm curious about the guy outside. Looks like I won't be able to get into the reception room. I should get some information about that guy outside instead. Can't go empty-handed. I should think about this first. What should I bring? Alright, Rem's got that stash of expensive tea leaves. Where she came from, Rem might know. Press a button where there is nothing in check in order to collect your thoughts. When you're not sure about what to do, try thinking about it. Huh. An icon will be displayed over spots you check. Try checking the flower or in the vase now. This is a pretty flower, but not the time to be staring at that. Hold on. What if I gave this to the guy outside? No. If anything, Rem would appreciate this more. Talk to Rem in the corner. Give her the flower you obtained. Progress to the movement part will be based on what Rem tells you. So even though this video is going on quite a long time, guys, I'm gonna do a whole day for get to the end of day 1. And then I'll save it, which was what my plan was originally last time. The video is so long, partially because the backstory taking part of this, but so there'll probably be more gameplay actually happening tomorrow. Oh, that's my menu or inventory, I think. Mayonnaise recipe. More important to Subaru than anyone, even himself. No ordinary person. This is why I was present. He recognized Amelia through her block identification enchanted robe. Does he have some real special ability? That robe with the weird ears she was wearing has the ability where nobody can identify who she is, who person is that's wearing it. So whenever someone's wearing it, nobody can it should be able to tell who that person is until they were to take the hood off and reveal themselves. The younger of the twin sisters who work as servants at the mansion, to a maid, her master's orders are absolute. Despite knowing about his own lack of ability, Subaru not says he just be best. Wait. Strategic tea time. Oh.
This is for me? Thank you. I will cherish it forever.
Forever? I don't think it'll last that long.
Your kind gesture just makes me that happy. I cannot permit you inside, but I can offer my assistance with anything else.
Rem, you're the best.
Then I'll take you up on that. Do you know where Ram keeps her secret tea leaf stash?
Sister's tea leaves? They should be in the cabinet in the back of the kitchen.
That's right, the kitchen!
But if you drink her tea, Sister will be very upset with you.
Don't worry, Rem. I won't drink any of it.
No, he won't. I won't be doing it, but the guy outside might. It's not like I was gonna get anything out of him without taking some risks. Besides, who knows if Ram will find out anyways. She'll find out. Trust me, Subaru, she'll find out. Things go well, I could get some information out of that guy without Ram ever finding out about this. She's gonna find out somehow. If he does, I'll just Koto and beg for forgiveness. I've never heard that term before. I'm starting to wonder if that's a typo. He leaves are kept in the kitchen at the end of the dining hall. Yeah, I'll grab those and head to the courtyard. Oh. Dining hall connects to it, so I'll go through there. Ram's stash safe should be in the kitchen. Found Ram's secret stash of the secret TV stash. I'm ready to go talk to that guy. Yeah, figured. Now I'll go see that guy outside.
Aren't you bored waiting out here all by yourself? Why don't you take a little break?
Oh, thanks. I was just feeling a little parched. Are you sure I can have some?
Why is he... What's with his hands?
Of course! That's why I brought this. Drink up. To be honest, it's the most expensive tea in the mansion. If the pink-haired maid discovers we drank it without permission, she'll totally freak.
I see. Is there something you wanted to ask me? Bribing me like this?
Straight to it, I like this guy.
You made sure to point out its value, so I assume you're expecting something in return.
You've got a sharp eye. Well, first, can you tell me your name?
Is that all? I am Tiga Rallion, but you can just call me Tiga. And you are?
That sounds... I don't know.
I'm Subaru Natsuki. Feel free to call me by my proper titles, though. Lord Subaru or Lord Natsuki.
No!
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that, Subaru.
Ah, man. Anyway, on to the main topic. Now that we know each other's names, we're practically besties. It's only natural that I want to know why my friend came over to play, right?
What?
That's an interesting leap of logic you've made, and I certainly wouldn't say I'm here to play either. I did escort a rather important emissary. Did I not mention that before?
I know you did, but I was hoping to learn a little bit more than that. To tell you the truth, I got kicked out. I don't want to end up being hung out to dry here. So please, Tiga, you'd really be helping out an old friend with this.
An old friend?
How did we become such old acquaintances already? Besides, you're asking for too much here. While I'd love to help a friend in need, I don't particularly know what my friend's standing is at this mansion. In fact, I don't even know your background.
But we're super pals!
Subaru, we only just met. Though, it doesn't take much to see how deeply you care for Miss Amelia. I can easily understand your feelings for her. So? I'll be rooting for you.
What?
That doesn't help me at all!
Do you understand the weight of your situation? We're talking about the next ruler of the Kingdom of Lagunica. You may end up in a highly revered position in the future.
Maybe. But right now, we're just a super cute girl and a useless servant boy. But who knows what the future has in store for us? The possibilities are endless. Even if I'm not worthy, I'll do whatever it takes to win her over. It'd be ideal if I keep improving to make this into a mutually beneficial relationship.
You have an interesting perspective. I'm honestly impressed. Not many can say something like that with so much confidence. Maybe my friend here is a better person than I was first led to believe.
Right back at ya. You recognized Mealy right away, even though she still had her hood up.
Are you referring to the cute robe she was wearing? What makes it so special?
That robe was made by a pretty sketchy magician of ours to block others from recognizing her so easily. Not to mention she had it upgraded recently. It's impossible to see through the magic unless you have the power to override it or Mealy willingly lets you see her.
So you were sizing me up from the get-go, eh? That's not very nice of you, buddy.
Oh, no. It was totally by coincidence, pal. It was something I only just realized earlier when I was pouring us this tea in the mansion.
I guess you won't buy my story of just being the envoy of the emissary, then. In that case, you have my respect for your intellect and... never mind. It seems we've run out of time.
No, tell me more!
Huh?
Hi, Ram.
Sorry for the wait, Tiga.
Welcome back, Sakura. Did you do what was needed of you as an emissary without issue?
Of course. Even I can handle something as simple as this.
Well then, sorry for asking.
Hey, Tiga, is she...
All right, she's the emissary I came with.
I see.
When everyone said it was an emissary, I'd been thinking of some wrinkly old fart. So considering pleasantly surprised that it's a pretty lady like her. Wrinkly old fart. Though she does look pretty tired and her eyes do seem to lack any motivation. She's totally yawning a second ago too. Doesn't strike me as the proper type.
Oh? Have you made a new friend, Tiga? You don't usually hang out with other boys.
I'm sorry?
Wait, so he's one of those types? Damn it, I thought we were friends.
You're a harsh critic! Sakura, I really wish you wouldn't confuse someone I've only just acquainted myself with. You know it's not often I get opportunities like this.
Yes. I'm Sakura Element, Tiga's colleague.
Is that something a
you
fake
are?
name?
I'm Subaru Natsuki. I'm Tiga's former friend and a colleague of Rem's.
And I've already been demoted.
It seems you two have gotten quite close already. Please take good care of him. Also, I assume you'll be setting out to the royal capital as well. If so, I'll see you when you get there. Now then, let's get going, Tiga. The princess will worry if we're out for too long.
Sorry, Subaru, but Sakura's right. I know we'll meet again in the royal capital. Until then.
So, you're going to the capital, right? Take me with you.
See? Is his response not exactly as I predicted?
Right. Listen, we're not going there for fun, okay? This is an incredibly important task.
Amelia goes to investigate.
I know that. The royal selection being delayed is a huge deal.
Sakura said the emissary had come to inform Amelia of the royal selection's postponement. That itself was already cause for commotion, but what's more important is why. The reason is being kept secret, however. Sakura didn't even mention it to Amelia. That's where we're going to find out. Of course, not all of us are going.
Pretty please, Mealy, take me with you!
I don't know. Miss Amelia? Subaru is being sincere. I would also like to ask that you give him permission to let him go with you.
Rim, you're the best.
Besides, it seems Subaru has several acquaintances in the royal capital. This may be a good opportunity to touch base with them.
Clever, Rim, clever.
Very nice assist, Rem! Come here!
Yes, Subaru.
There. Thanks a bunch, Rem. I look forward to your continued support.
Yes. Please leave it to your Rem.
This is her head
Goodness,
pet, by the way.
Rem's fondness for Barusu is quite worrisome. I also do not understand what goes on in Barusu's head. I noticed him speaking at the gates to that envoy from the royal capital earlier, but... I smell tea leaves. Do not tell me you have taken from my secret reserve, Barusu. I would not put it past you.
Anyway, let's let bygones be bygones. Please, Mealy, let me go. I really want to help you.
That's exactly why I can't bring you. I know you'll just do something reckless again if I do. I just don't want you getting out of hand. Please understand.
You're the one who needs to understand, Mealy.
All right, that's quite enough. This doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so let's wrap this up, shall we? To conclude, Subaru will accompany you to the royal capital. These are my orders as your employer.
Roswell!
All right! Now that's what I'm talking about, Roz!
However, I will be appointing you with a different sort of task, Subaru. You are to focus on receiving your treatment.
Treatment? Me? But why?
You overused your already exhausted gait in the mob-beast battle out in the forest. Your physical wounds may be healed, but getting your gait treated is another matter altogether. I believe you understand what I speak of.
It's kinda hard to believe there's something wrong with my body when I can't see it with my own eyes.
Subaru, the mana that circulates within you is the source of life for all life forms. When it stagnates, it disrupts the circulation of your very life itself. Please, don't try to hide such serious issues.
All right, I get it. My body's in danger. What's that gotta do with getting treatment at the royal capital?
Your body is in such a state thanks to your honorable efforts. I have a duty to respond to your distinguished service in kind. That is why I have made arrangements with the greatest healer in the kingdom to care for you. Although I did ruffle some of Miss Amelia's feathers in the process.
It's not that big a deal. This is the least I can do for Subaru as well.
Really, Mealy? You did that for me?
Well, it's partly my fault that you haven't healed yet. You only ended up here because you tried to protect me in the slums. And you even stood up to those mob beasts when it should have been me protecting the village. So you could say I'm repaying a debt. I consider this equal compensation for any injuries you sustained.
Oh, come on! Don't downplay it to hide your embarrassment! But this means you're okay having me go with you to the royal capital, right, Mealy?
Yeah. You haven't made a full recovery yet, after all.
Well then, it's settled. Subaru shall accompany you to the royal capital. As well, Rem, would you mind going with them?
Rem!
Certainly, Lord Roswell.
And so it's decided. With Mealy and Rem, all three of us will make our way to the royal capital. Day 2.
Whoa! A land dragon!
I will keep a record.
1 hour again. So this is where I want to stop for now, guys. I am gonna want to keep playing this game more for the channel. I will try to upload more, I promise. But if you like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I do recommend you, if you guys are really like this gameplay so far, even though it's not much has happened, just setting the basis of the story for the most part. I do recommend you go and watch the actual show itself. I know it's available on Crunchyroll. That's where I've watched it. I don't know where else it's available. But it's just called ReZero, Starting Life in a New World, or something like that. Look up ReZero, you should find it. And if you see, or look up Subaru Natsuki, that'll work. But until next time, guys, Master out.
Weakness comes and goes.